If your light body has activated, if you've experienced those 7 physical signs we talked about, the electrical energy in your spine, the vision changes, the sound sensitivity, the appetite shifts, all of it, then something else is happening now, something you might be noticing but dismissing as coincidence. You're suddenly knowing things you shouldn't know. You're sensing what people are feeling before they speak. You're thinking of someone and they immediately contact you. You're having dreams that come true days later. You're looking at a person and instantly understanding their entire story. These aren't coincidences. These aren't your imagination. And you're not special in a way that makes you better than anyone else. You're simply operating at a frequency where these abilities are natural. Dolores Cannon spent decades documenting the abilities that emerge after Lightbody activation, and what she discovered will completely change how you see yourself. The first ability is what Dolores called empathic knowing. This is different from ordinary empathy. Ordinary empathy is understanding someone's emotions because you've experienced similar emotions yourself. It's cognitive, it's learned. Empathic knowing is direct perception of another person's emotional, mental, and energetic state. You don't understand what they're feeling. You feel what they're feeling in your own body, as if it were your own. You walk into a room and you immediately know who's anxious, who's grieving, who's pretending to be happy but is actually suffering inside. You don't need them to tell you. You don't need to observe their body language. You just know. Because their energy field is communicating with your energy field. And now that your light body is active, you can read that communication clearly. This ability intensifies around certain people, usually people you're close to or people who are in crisis. You'll feel their pain in your body. Their anxiety becomes your anxiety. Their depression weighs on you. And if you don't understand what's happening, this ability can be overwhelming and exhausting. You might think you're absorbing other people's energy. You might feel drained all the time. But here's what Dolores discovered. You're not absorbing their energy, you're perceiving it. And there's a critical difference. Absorption means their energy enters your field and stays there, depleting you. Perception means you're sensing their energy without taking it on. The problem is that most newly activated empaths don't know the difference yet. They perceive someone else's pain and think it's their own pain. They perceive someone's anxiety and think they've become anxious. But once you understand this ability, you can work with it consciously. You can feel what someone is experiencing without becoming it. You can sense where someone needs healing without being depleted by the sensing. This is the foundation of all healing work, of counseling, of energy work, and it's now active in you. What you can do, practice distinguishing between your energy and others' energy. When you feel an emotion, ask, is this mine or am I sensing this from someone else? Learn to create energetic boundaries, not walls that block perception, but filters that let you perceive without absorbing. And most importantly, understand that this ability is a gift, not a curse. You're not too sensitive. You're accurately sensitive. You're perceiving what's actually there. The second ability is precognitive awareness. This is knowing what's going to happen before it happens, not through logic or deduction, but through direct perception of future timelines. It usually starts small. You think of someone and they immediately call or text. You have a feeling you should take a different route to work, and later you discover there was an accident on your usual route. You dream about a conversation, and 3 days later, you have the exact conversation with the exact words you heard in the dream. You look at someone, and suddenly you know something significant is about to happen in their life. As this ability strengthens, the precognition becomes more specific and more accurate. You might see flashes of future events, brief glimpses like watching a movie trailer. You might hear information about what's coming, a voice that tells you to prepare for. You might simply know, with absolute certainty, no doubt whatsoever. Dolores discovered that precognition isn't seeing one fixed future, it's perceiving probable timelines based on current energy and trajectory. Think of time not as a straight line, but as a river with many possible channels. When your light body activates, you gain the ability to see where the current is flowing. You can see which channel is most likely based on the momentum of present choices. This doesn't mean the future is fixed. Choices can always shift the timeline, but you can see the probabilities. And this gives you a tremendous advantage. You can prepare for what's coming, you can make choices that align with preferred outcomes, you can warn others if you sense danger approaching. But here's the challenge with this ability. Other people don't want to hear it. If you tell someone, "I have a feeling something is going to happen," they'll dismiss you. Even when you're right, especially when you're right, they get uncomfortable because precognition threatens the illusion of control. People want to believe they're creating their future through conscious choice, and you're telling them that future is already visible, already formed in potential. So you learn to stay quiet, you use the information privately, you trust your knowing without needing validation from others. What you can do, keep a precognition journal, write down your hunches, your dreams, your knowing. Date them, then watch what happens. This builds your confidence in the ability and helps you distinguish between precognition and wishful thinking. Don't try to predict specific details or timelines. The ability doesn't work that way. Pay attention to feelings, impressions, general knowing. The details fill in later. And trust what you receive even when it makes no logical sense in the moment. The third ability is energetic healing capacity. The ability to channel healing energy through your hands, your presence, your intention. You might notice this when you touch someone who's in pain and they immediately feel relief, or when you think healing thoughts towards someone and they later tell you they suddenly felt better, or when you place your hands on an animal or a plant and you feel energy flowing from you into them. This isn't something you're doing through effort. You're not generating the healing energy yourself. You're channeling it. You're acting as a conduit between universal life force energy and the person or being that needs it. Dolores found that everyone with an activated light body has this capacity to some degree. Some people develop it into a full healing practice, Reiki, energy work, hands-on healing. Others use it informally with family, friends, and animals. But the capacity is there in all of you. What's happening energetically is this. Your light body operates at a very high frequency. High-frequency energy naturally has a harmonizing effect on lower frequency energy. When you're in the presence of someone who's sick, in pain, or energetically depleted, your high-frequency field naturally begins to entrain their field upward. It's like two tuning forks. Strike one, and the other begins to resonate at the same frequency. Your presence alone is healing. Your touch amplifies it. Your conscious intention amplifies it even more. But here's what you need to understand. You're not healing them. You're creating the energetic conditions in which their body can heal itself. You're not fixing them or saving them. You're offering a frequency that their system can match if they're ready to heal. This is important because many people with this ability fall into the trap of trying to heal everyone. They become exhausted. They feel responsible for others' well-being. But Dolores was clear. You cannot heal anyone who isn't ready to heal. You cannot override someone's free will or their soul's chosen experience. You can only offer the energy. They must choose to receive it. What you can do, if you feel called to develop this ability, start simple. Practice on yourself first. Place your hands on areas of your body that need healing and intend for energy to flow. Notice the sensations, heat, tingling, pulsing. That's the energy moving. When working with others, always ask permission first. Never force healing on anyone. Set the intention that you're a channel for whatever healing is for their highest good, not what you think they need. And after any healing session, clear your energy field. Wash your hands. Imagine any energy that's not yours flowing down into the earth. You're a channel, not a storage container. The fourth ability is telepathic communion, direct mind-to-mind communication without words. This often begins with people you're closest to, partners, children, close friends. You think of them and they immediately contact you, or you contact them and they say, "I was just thinking of you." You know what they're about to say before they say it. You can feel when something is wrong with them even if they're far away. You start having full conversations in your mind, and later they confirm they were thinking the exact same thoughts at the exact same time. As this ability strengthens, it expands beyond people you know. You might tune into collective thoughts and feelings. You sense what groups of people are experiencing. You might connect telepathically with animals. You understand what they want, what they need, what they're feeling. Some people even begin receiving telepathic communication from higher dimensional beings, guides, angels, extraterrestrial consciousness. Dolores discovered that telepathy is actually the primary form of communication in higher dimensions. Verbal language is a third-dimensional limitation. It's slow, imprecise, easily misunderstood. Telepathy is instant, complete, unfiltered. When you communicate telepathically, you don't just receive words, you receive the entire meaning, the emotion behind it, the context, the full transmission. Nothing is lost in translation. This is how you'll communicate when you're fully established in fifth-dimensional consciousness, and your light body is preparing you for that now by activating your telepathic capacity. But here's the challenge. The rational mind resists telepathy. When you receive a telepathic message, your mind immediately tries to dismiss it. "I'm just imagining this. I'm making this up. This is wishful thinking." And sometimes it is. Sometimes your own thoughts masquerade as telepathic messages. But often, more often than your mind wants to admit, it's real. Learning to distinguish between your own thoughts and true telepathic reception takes practice and discernment. What you can do is practice with someone you trust. Sit together in silence. One person sends a simple image or thought, the other receives and reports what they get. Don't judge the accuracy at first, just practice the transmission and reception. Over time, your accuracy will increase dramatically. Pay attention to the quality of telepathic messages. They usually come with a feeling of certainty, of knowing. Your own thoughts feel different, less certain, more questioning. And be patient with yourself. This is a skill that strengthens with use. The more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. The fifth ability is multidimensional perception, the ability to perceive beyond physical reality, to see, sense, or know what exists in dimensions beyond the third. This is the most advanced of the 5 abilities, and often the last to fully develop. It begins with the peripheral vision changes we talked about before, seeing lights, orbs, shadows, movement out of the corner of your eye. But it expands into much more. You might begin seeing beings that others don't see. Light beings, guides, deceased loved ones, entities from other dimensions. You might perceive multiple timelines simultaneously, seeing past, present, and future overlapping. You might have out-of-body experiences or lucid dreams where you consciously travel to other realms. You might receive visions, sudden clear images of places you've never been, events you've never witnessed, realities that don't exist in physical form. Dolores discovered that multidimensional perception proves that we are not merely physical beings having a spiritual experience. We are multidimensional consciousness temporarily focused in a physical body. And when the light body activates, the barriers between dimensions become thinner. You begin to remember that you exist simultaneously in multiple realities. This physical life is just one focal point of your consciousness. There are others, and you're starting to perceive them. This can be disorienting, even frightening if you don't understand it. You might feel like you're losing touch with reality. But actually, you're gaining touch with a larger reality, a truer reality. The physical world is real, but it's not the only reality. And you're learning to navigate multiple realities at once. What you can do is ground yourself in physical reality daily. Touch the earth, feel your body, engage your 5 physical senses. This prevents you from getting lost in the multidimensional perceptions. Keep a journal of what you perceive. Don't try to understand it all immediately. Some perceptions will make sense later. Some are symbolic. Some are literal. Create sacred space for these experiences. Meditation, shamanic journeying. Give yourself permission to explore these realms safely and intentionally. And find a community of others who understand. You're not alone in this. Thousands of people are experiencing the same perceptions as their light bodies activate. You're not crazy. You're not hallucinating. You're perceiving what was always there, but invisible to your previous level of awareness.
These 5 abilities are not gifts given to a special few. They're natural capacities that every human being has the potential to access. You're not developing superhuman powers. You're remembering your original design. You're returning to the way humans were meant to function before we descended into third-dimensional limitation. Dolores Cannon's research proved that these abilities don't make you better than anyone else. They make you responsible for using them wisely. With empathic knowing comes the responsibility to hold space for others without judgment. With precognitive awareness comes the responsibility to use information for the highest good, not for manipulation. With healing capacity comes the responsibility to honor free will and never force healing on anyone. With telepathic communion comes the responsibility to respect mental privacy and boundaries. With multidimensional perception comes the responsibility to stay grounded and integrated in physical reality. These abilities will continue to strengthen as you work with them, but they'll only strengthen if you use them with integrity, with love, with humility. You're not special. You're not chosen because you're better. You're chosen because you agreed to be here during this time of planetary shift. You agreed to anchor higher frequencies in physical form, and now your biology is catching up with your mission. Trust what's emerging in you. Trust what you're perceiving, what you're knowing, what you're receiving. You're not making it up. You're waking up. If you're experiencing any of these 5 abilities, I want to hear from you. Write in the comments which ability is strongest in you right now. Write empathic, precognitive, healing, telepathic, or multidimensional. This will help you see how many others are experiencing the same activation. And subscribe, because in the next video, we're going to talk about how to protect yourself energetically now that these abilities are active. Because with expanded perception comes expanded vulnerability, and you need to know how to navigate this new reality safely. You didn't find this video. This video found you, exactly when you needed it.